What's happening, everybody? It's Brendan, Dad Planet. Welcome back to the One Man Show. This is another What Sold on eBay video. This is 15 bolos that I sold the week of May 15th through the 21st. Not only am I going to take you through each and every one of the most exciting sales that I had this week in hopes that you will source them and find them in thrift stores and garage sales, wherever it is you do your sourcing, but I'm going to show you a mistake I actually corrected at a previous garage sale that you guys were witness to. Stay tuned for that. All right, sales from May 15th through the 21st. If you're looking at this screen and you follow along with me pretty religiously, like all of these weeks are starting to really look very similar, right? 2,200 in gross, 1,500 in net. My selling cost, though, down considerably, which is fantastic. So that's a good savings of money there, if you will. My average sales price around 50 bucks still. That's a little bit down, but again, like total number of items sold 45. It's like 45, 44, 43. I think last week it was 48. Very, very consistent. And that's all I can ask for, even though I'm a full-time reseller working part-time hours on this eBay store, right? I'm like completely capping it at 25. And it's really becoming a consistency type of thing. So I feel like for motivation purposes for you, like even on a part-time basis, like if you just stay consistent, and I'm, very efficient when I work my operation and, trying to work around family and children and all of that stuff, it is working. Like these things that I'm doing behind the scenes are really, really working. So that's encouraging for me. And I hope it's encouraging for you as well. But anyway, I got 15 bolos for you. Let's check them out right now. All right, Six Pack Fitness is such a good bolo brand. I always encourage you folks to look out for it. So this is the Prodigy Pursuit 500 backpack. I had it listed for $59.99 and I got full price for it. So this buyer is $77.50 all in. It only cost me $3 because I found it at the bins and it only took me 3 months to sell. You're gonna see Six Pack Fitness again in this video. So when I say take it seriously, I mean it. Good sale. Garage sale season is in full swing here, and while I haven't gone to as many as maybe I had hoped or I had liked to, I did find this at a garage sale and I only paid $10 for it. It is an Audio Technica, obviously record player, fully automatic turntable, and I got full price for this one as well at $80. So this buyer is $105.54 all in. Now the model number on this is AT-LP60. There's lots of like sort of variations of that model number. This was one of the original ones. It was a little bit of an older model. There's probably been some updates since then. So that's why I had mine priced at $80. You will see comps in the $100 range, even more for pre-owned, but this was an amazing sale. And that was a great garage sale, so I was pretty pleased. Rainbow canister vacuums, man, I'll tell you what, I'm always looking for them on Facebook Marketplace, sometimes Craigslist, because they just sell for a ton of money. I just happened to get very, very lucky and bought this on an online auction, and I paid just a little over $1 for this, which is crazy. But anyway, I sold this canister. It has the water basin and the dolly with it, and then I'm gonna part out the hoses. So I got $100 for this one. The buyer is $173.65 all in, and it only took me 1 day to sell. I haven't listed the accessories yet because I just picked up another rainbow canister vacuum, so I have that listed, but I'm trying to find space in my basement for all of this stuff, and it's getting kind of crazy. But look for those rainbow canister vacuums if you're not afraid to ship larger items, because they are huge money makers. This Harry Potter backpack, I believe, is retired. So it's a Ravenclaw backpack from Loungefly. It's not very large. It's like maybe 12 to 13 inches, colored blue. But again, it's retired and discontinued, but still very, very popular. So I got this at a church sale that I absolutely killed it at. I paid $5 for it and I sold this for full price, 50 bucks. This buyer is $65.75 all in after shipping and after tax, and it only took 8 days to sell. Keep your eye out for all Loungefly backpacks. If you see them in stores like Box Lunch or FYE or wherever they sell these, the quality is very, very high. So they're like mini leather backpacks that are just really, they're just made very well. So keep your eye out, especially for the Harry Potter ones, because they're obviously very, very popular. All right, it's a pair of Oakleys. This is the cross range, and they are like shield lenses on these glasses. I had these listed for $60 and I took an offer of $50. So this buyer is $64.79 all in. They were only $5 for me at a garage sale, and these actually sold very quickly too. They sold in 6 days. What you will see is they sell a lot better brand new than pre-owned. I just think they're just that rare. They're not as easy to find pre-owned these days, so that's why you see more of the brand new selling than you do pre-owned. As it stands, I'll take $50 for it. I mean, you can get almost up to $200 if you find them brand new. All right, quite obviously a Victoria's Secret dog. So this multicolored one that is like predominantly white, it's from 2014. The Pelotonia dogs do really well for Victoria's Secret, so I encourage everybody to keep your eye out for them. When I put the comps on the screen, you won't see very many comparables. If I can get into Terapeak and try to find some, I'll pop those on the screen for you as well. But this dog, I knew to list at $60 and ended up taking an offer because I knew that they were selling in that range. So I got $51 for this. The buyer is $59.44 all in after shipping and after tax. I bought a bag of them. They were like 6 or 7 of them for $7. So let's call this one $1. And it only took 10 days to sell. So really keep your eye out when you're looking for the Victoria's Secret dogs. I've said this before, look for the Pelotonia ones because those will get you a pretty good price tag. I love these TVs that have the DVD built into them. Even if I don't see comparables, but the unit's working, I will always pick it up. This one does happen to have comparable sold data behind it, so this was an easy choice for me to pick up. But even if they don't, and even if there haven't been any that have sold even in a year, I still pick them up if they're in working condition because they're just so easy to sell. So this is a Magnavox one. It is a 19-inch 720 LCD television with the DVD built into it. I got full price for this one at $100. The buyer is $134.84 all in after shipping and after tax, and it only cost me $6.99. It sold very, very quickly. I sold it within 8 days, and if you look at the comparable solds, somebody even smarter than me got $115 for one of theirs after I sold mine. So listen, the sky's the limit here. You can get maybe $120, $130 for it, depending on how much competition you have on your listings and how high you're willing to price your items. But I'll take the $100. All right, I went to a local community rummage sale and like really just kind of tore through the place and found so many items. It was one of those where it's like pay what you want to pay, and I always, it's like I want to pay $1 for the 5,000 items that I have. I don't like making that decision, so I gave them every penny that I had with me at the time. This is just one of the items that I picked up. I don't know, let's call it a couple of bucks, but it's just a strap for your Oakleys, and they're very hard to find. So this sold really quickly, and for my full asking price of $50. So this buyer's $58.43 all in after shipping and after tax. And these sold in 6 hours. So I see one currently listed right now in the $50 range that's new. I think if I found them again, I would be pricing them maybe in the $60 to $70 range just because it looks like they sell pretty quickly and they're very hard to find. So basic supply and demand exercise right there. I would price them a little bit higher if I found them again. As it stands, wonderful sale. You guys remember that brand Six Pack Fitness I was talking about earlier? And here's another one. And this one sold really quickly too. This is the Innovator 300 bag. Now there are a lot more of these than the backpack that you saw earlier. So the price is a little bit lower, but it still is a tremendously well-made bag. And this actually went overseas. So I had this listed at $50 and I took an offer of $38.49. So this buyer is $104.32 all in after shipping and after tax and after customs. I think this was in one of my recent haul videos, and I don't remember there being a price tag on it. So this could have cost me between $5 and $10. I don't really remember, but if you weren't convinced at the first bolo that I showed you, hopefully you are now that this is a great bolo brand. So we're gonna call it $5 for me, and it sold in 2 days. I love these little Bethany Lowe, Deborah Shock figures. This is yet another one that I sold. And I bought these at an online auction a couple of months ago, so they cost me like $8 to $9 per figure. Here's another one, a little witchy girl, retired, so discontinued and still very popular. And I can tell you these sell year round. Like the volume and the sales velocity stays consistent just based on what I have been seeing in the last couple of months. I mean, we're still 5 months or so away from Halloween, but these figures still sell very, very well. So I got full price for this one, $150. Buyer is $171.03 all in. And it took me 2 months to sell this one. This was one of the higher priced ones that I had listed. So I've sold off probably 6 or 7 of them, and I got a couple still left. I have one still left to list because I'm having trouble identifying her. She's from 2014, but I'll be listing her at some point because I know, Halloween is it's go time for me, at least when it comes to sourcing and getting things listed for that holiday. So this was another fantastic sale. Keep your eye out for these little figures. Okay, like the bolo keyword that you're looking for here is CP and then RL-93. Anytime you see this logo for Polo Ralph Lauren, you have a bolo on your hands. This was a t-shirt that I picked up at the bins, so it probably only cost me $1. It sold relatively quickly as well. So I took an offer from $45 down to $38.24 for this one, and the buyer is $42.23 all in after shipping and after tax. At $1, it's a no-brainer. It only took me 3 weeks to sell. Again, CP and then RL-93. Whenever you see that, make sure you run your comps because it is probably a bolo. Keep your eye out for it. The current listings to sold ratio for the last 90 days for this item is there are 3 currently listed using the keyword Bell South, model 430, and 22 have sold in the last 90 days. That tells you that they can't put enough of them online. So this was another, again, very fast seller for me. A clear see-through phone, very 90s looking, and it worked. Came with all the cords, fully functional. So I took an offer of $33.99 for this. The buyer is $48.95 all in, and it only cost me $3.99 at a Goodwill. It took 9 days to sell. This is one of the ones that is a super fast seller. So if you get your hands on it, $40 is still a fair price for this phone. All right, pair of Jack Purcells. I had these listed for $60, but I took an offer that I normally wouldn't accept at $35, but I felt like there were some styles that can get the $50 to $60 range for this shoe. This was not one of them. It was just a slight variation, and so I think I had to kind of adjust my expectations for this one. So 35 bucks, I'll take it. The buyer is $44.25 all in. I think I got these at a Goodwill. I don't exactly remember. If I did, they cost me $4.69. If I found them at the bins, which I don't recall, they would have been a little bit less, but you know, $5 into 35, that's something you should never ever pass up. These took 2 months to sell. So as far as shoes goes and the style with the leather upper, I'll take it. All right. Vinyl record, the Meters Rejuvenation. This is a reprint. It's not the original. It's from 2021. It's unique in that the record is neon green. It's like neon yellow, neon green, pretty cool looking. I found 2 of them actually, both priced $3.99 at a Goodwill. They were in mint condition. I listed them as near mint, but they were mint. It almost looked brand new, like removed the cellophane, but never actually touched the record. So I may have been the first to put my hands on it. As it stands, I sold both of them. This is the first one that sold $29.99. The buyer is $34.98 all in, and it only took 3 days to sell this first one. This was a great sale, and the sold comparable said that this was a fast-moving item. So the fact that it sold in 3 days really doesn't surprise me. The other one sold maybe a couple of weeks later, so keep your eye out for this one, but it's vinyl in particular that is just doing so well. It has seen a resurgence, and it's kind of here to stay. I don't see it as it's coming back and then it'll fall off. I think vinyl records are here to stay for the long haul. So keep looking for them, keep sourcing them, look for them at garage sales and estate sales especially, but you can still probably get a good price at most of your Goodwills for vinyl records, but I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but as it stands, this is a good sale. All right, this was in one of my recent thrift run videos. Technivorm Mocha Master, the model is KBG. This is a fast seller for a very high dollar amount. Now, I did record video making sure that this worked properly, and I put that in my listing just to give the buyer the reassurance that it does in fact work. You're buying from a reputable seller, and the transaction should go smooth. So I don't remember, I think, was it $5? The sticker was on the box. I think it was $5. It could have been $7. It really doesn't matter because I sold it for $150, which is just an insane price for a pre-owned coffee machine. So this buyer is $175.73 all in after shipping and after tax. It only took 3 days to sell, so keep your eye out for this. It's kind of one of those unassuming ones, even though it looks sort of like contemporary-ish. This would be very easy to like misprice from somebody that does the pricing at your thrift store, so keep your eye out for it. It's a good brand, and you know, it's a huge moneymaker. Hope you enjoyed all these. My last garage sale video, I think you guys saw me pass up on a Plants vs. Zombies plush. Well, I didn't make the same mistake twice. I only went to one garage sale today. I'm gonna show you what's in this bag very quickly. I'm not gonna run comps on it. You will see them in a future video, but I think I kind of hit the jackpot, so to speak, on these plush. Let's take a look at them. I think this one right here could be a rare one. I tell you what, I'll throw a comp on the screen if it is from 2014, but there's one there. Another one here with some funny looking hat on. I don't know. Got a zombie looking guy, zombie pirate looking guy right here. I don't know what this is. There's that. And this thing here, like, I don't know if it was supposed to have a hat or whatever, but I grabbed all these. I'm excited to run the comps on it, but I think this one might be worth a little bit of money anyway. Just wanted to show you those real quick. Do not let me do any work tomorrow. As of the time of this recording, tomorrow is Father's Day. I'm not gonna look at a computer. I'm not gonna check statistics, or so I kind of tell myself. Anyway, Brendan here, Dad Planet, the one-man show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw or you learned something today, and then always consider becoming a member of the Dad Planet family by hitting that subscribe button wherever you find it, as well as the bell notification icon so that you know every single time I upload a video to YouTube. But that's it, that's all I have for you. I am out. I'll see you in the next video.